How do you protect intellectual property for writers? That's the topic I'm addressing today with the right question. I'm Daphne Gray-Grant, the publication coach, still in pandemic mode. I have a question from Jacqueline Hendrickson, a writer based in Wildwood Crest, New Jersey. Here's what she's asked by email. I have a creative idea for publication and I want to know how I can protect it as intellectual property. I wonder if you have this concern about your own work or if I'm being somewhat paranoid or selfish. I still dream of creating a blog, but I let go of my GoDaddy domain because 2 years went by and I didn't move forward. Is blog writing considered intellectual property? Thanks for your question, Jacqueline. My first and most important response is that I am not a lawyer. As a result, my comments are going to be a little bit generic, but I did ask a friend of mine who's a lawyer to pre-read my script and prevent me from saying anything incredibly stupid. Thanks so much, Brian. We all need to begin by understanding that anything related to the law is going to depend, at least in part, on geography. I'm based in Canada, and the rules here are slightly different than the ones for the US. And the rules differ again for countries in Europe and Asia. So if you're searching for information about legal matters, always make sure you know your jurisdiction first. I did a bit of research and found what appears to be a good website about legal matters relating to blogging in the US, titled blogging.com. I provide a link in the show notes below. Here are the key points the site makes. American copyright laws do safeguard American bloggers. Your blog posts and any other content you create, including ebooks, music, videos, software, podcasts, and photos, are all protected provided you're the creator of them. Once you hit the publish button, you'll automatically receive this protection under US copyright law. It's instantaneous and no official copyright registration is even necessary. In fact, you don't even need the little circled C symbol to indicate copyright. But while bloggers in the US aren't required to file for official copyright registration, you still might wish to do so. That's because you can't sue for copyright infringement unless you've officially registered your work. In other words, no registration, no lawsuits. You can register in two ways, either online or on paper. Consult the blogging.com website for more information on these options. But remember that lawsuits are usually punishingly expensive. Also, while you're automatically protected, it doesn't hurt to place a couple of reminders on your blog. This is why many people, including me, do use the copyright symbol and also include a special page outlining policies surrounding reuse. You can also do Google searches to find plagiarized content. I do this once a month for both of my books. Then, if I find a misuse, I issue what's called a DMCA takedown. Google that phrase if you're interested in exploring it more. My friend Brian asked me to add that copyright protects only what you write, not the idea itself. As a result, only J.K. Rowling can write about Harry Potter, but anyone can write about child wizards. Otherwise, Jacqueline, I suggest you worry less about intellectual theft and focus more on your writing. If you have a great idea, go for it. Many inexperienced writers worry unnecessarily about legal protection. I think they have an idea that their idea is so big or so revolutionary that someone else is going to want to take it. But in fact, there are few ideas so groundbreaking that they're going to be stolen. Finally, let me wrap up with a quote from the American writer Mark Twain. "Only one thing is impossible for God: to find any sense in any copyright law on the planet." Jacqueline, I suggest you adopt my philosophy. Publish relentlessly about your topic, and by sheer volume assume that your name is associated with your work. Of course, if you have something good to sell, a few bad apples might try to misuse your idea. But the vast majority of people are honest and respectful, and I regard dealing with a few bad apples as a cost of doing business. If you'd like to learn more about making your writing a happier and more rewarding process, check out my latest book, Your Happy First Draft. It's not available online or in bookstores. The only place you can get it is my website. Link below and in the show notes.